Hello fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. Yes, it's a matchday vlog in which I'm supposed to be travelling to our home game against Sheffield United, but the weather, it's not looking good, but which will obviously restrict my ability to do any filming around the ground. But yeah, it is only 11 o'clock, and well, it's 11:30 in the morning actually, so hopefully the day will get a bit better. So let's look at the history of our next opponents, Sheffield United. And they were formed by the members of the Sheffield United Cricket Club, formed in 1854, and they were also the first English sports club to use United in its name. That's the cricket club. Sheffield United's predominant nickname is the Blades, which is of course a reference to Sheffield's status as the major producer of cutlery in the United Kingdom. United's original nickname was in fact the Cutlers. From 1889 to 1912. City rivals Wednesday, Sheffield Wednesday, held the nickname the Blades in the early years. However, in 1907, Wednesday officially became the Owls in reference to their new ground in Owlerton, and United would later claim the Blades nickname for themselves. Sheffield United officially formed on the 22nd of March 1889 at the Adelphi Hotel, Sheffield, now the site of the Crucible Theatre. This is by the president of the cricket club, Sir Charles Clegg. The Wednesday had moved from Bramall Lane to their own ground at Olive Grove after a dispute over gate receipts and the tenants of Bramall Lane needing to create a new team to generate income. Sir Charles Clegg was incidentally also the president of the Wednesday. Undoubtedly, United's heyday was a 30-year period between 1895 and 1925, when they were champions of England in 1897 to 8 and runners-up in 1896 to 97 and 1899 to 1900, and the FA Cup winners in 1899, 1902, 1915 and 1925. United have not won a trophy since 1925, bar those associated with promotion from the lower leagues, their best performances in the cup competitions being several semi-final appearances in the FA Cup and League Cup. That's basically about it, really. But their kit's pretty good, and they play in red and white stripes. Saints are playing so badly at the moment that we could lose to anybody. And we did beat Sheffield United earlier on in the season, but that means absolutely nothing. Sport Republic are keen to keep us in the Championship, but if they're not careful, they could end up placing us in League One. So with the wife out working, I'll be just doing a few little tidy things in regards to the videos. I'm just uploading to YouTube the video I posted on TikTok, desperately imploring Dragon Solak to sack Johanna Spores. That'll be on the YouTube channel now as well, while listening and watching to the Football Martin channel. Here goes nothing. You may ask why I'm putting myself through this experience of going to watch my team play when I know they're going to lose. Well, it's simple. I love doing these vlogs, and I love the Saints, so there's always a 1% glimmer of hope. Well, as I say, I'm on my way, and there's no doubt that the feelings of Saints fans online, I've watched as many Saints channels as I could before I left today, and nobody has any hope for today or for the Sunday. In fact, there's a lot of fear for Sunday against Portsmouth. So it does make for a bit of a gloomy, rather like the day in fact, a gloomy outlook for this show. But we'll try and keep it upbeat and have a bit of a laugh on the way, because it's only football at the end of the day, isn't it? And there's a lot of talk about one last chance for Tonda, but trouble is, get rid of Tonda and they'll just replace him with another puppet, and it's doom and gloom, I'm afraid. And you've got to say that Sport Republic are, well, not so much Dragon Slovak, it's the team underneath him are not just the football team. It's the people that he's got employed to manage the football side of things. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. It's absolutely appalling. It's almost criminal they're allowed to get away with this sort of behaviour. But like a lot of people think, we do rather look like we're heading for relegation. I hope that today will start to sort of undo those feelings, but I really don't see it happening. Why can't we just employ a manager who knows English football and the Championship inside out? No, because Johanna Spores, for one, doesn't want it. Absolutely typical of my luck. They've cancelled the 4:10 and I've got 45 minutes to try and entertain myself in a wet, windy and empty cows. Well, I'm on the ferry. It's one of those rare situations where we're on the ferry heading out to Southampton, wondering whether the weather's going to be alright to get back again. I suppose if we get a result today, it won't make that feel any badder, will it? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Things are getting so bad that when we left West Cowes, the announcer could hardly bring himself to say that he's taking everybody to, he went, Southampton. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So I'm here at the Theatre of Nightmares, and I do feel that coming to watch Saints at the moment, it's like you're being tried for a crime you didn't commit, and being your lawyer is a prosecution lawyer. I think that makes sense. It made sense as I was thinking it anyway. It's probably a bit early to try and get interviews off people, but so I'm going to head off to the Del Bar and chill out there for a little bit. Well, Saints team news that we have, that's Stuart, Matsiki and Wellington are coming in, but not the full team has been announced yet. I might have covered my mouth up there a bit. Don't I look actually better looking? That's all we got so far. I'm with a very special guest. I don't know if you recognise him, Mr. Matthew Letizia.
Good evening. How you doing, mate?
I'm fine, thank you. What do you think about what's going on at the moment? I know your face has gone like you're excruciatingly in pain like we are.
Oh, well, yes. It's been a frustrating few weeks. Hoping that things turn around a little bit this evening, because this is obviously the warm-up for a very big game on Sunday, so we're expecting 6 points in the next week.
I thought 6 points today would be good, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, that'd be nice. 6 goals would be good.
What about Adam Armstrong then? It looks like he might be going.
Yeah, I heard that today. Yeah, a little bit surprising, but I guess you've got to trust in what people see behind the training ground, and that's something that we're not always privy to. So we'll see how that pans out.
Well, we need a bit of good luck today, don't we? It's been a little while since we had some.
We do need a little bit of good luck, and a few goals that will give the lads a bit of a boost before Sunday.
Thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome.
Yes, I'm still in the Dell pub. I should be gone by now because we've got to meet some people like Steve.
Hello, everyone.
He can't read the team out because he can't pronounce the name, so I'm going to have a go at it. Right, we've got Perrotts, Fellows, Harwood Bellis, Stevens, Captain, Wellington, Yellett, Downs, Yander, Azaz, Cienza and Stewart.
I'm kind of hopeful on that team. Hopefully we'll be playing without our back five and we'll be playing a 4, and it looks like a 4-3-3 to me, with Stewart, Cienza and Fellows, with Alzez in the hole, and maybe Downs and Yander as midfielders.
I'm just looking at those subs. We've got McCarthy, Manning, Quasi, Wood, Charles, Maxkey, Robinson, Archer and Armstrong. Now, the interesting part of that is that Armstrong is in the squad.
Yes. So does that mean his move to Wolves is not going ahead, or does that mean he's just there as a precaution and a wave goodbye? And
I think he's in the squad in case there's an injury to Stewart.
Yes.
But if there's no injury to Stewart, he won't play.
And the key to that lineup, Adam, is how long do you give Stewart? Because you're wanting him to play on Sunday against our friends down the road, and therefore we've got to wrap him up in a bit of cotton wool. So what, 60 minutes?
After he scored a hat-trick, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, goes without saying.
I'd be interested to see if that is the 4-4-3 is the formation that you think it's going to be.
I'm hopeful, looking at that team and how they would line up. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Well, if you're right and we win, you get a prize.
Unless he's going to play as a centre half.
I don't think Azaz should be in the side, to be fair. I think they should... well, mind you, they're going to ease Charles in, aren't they? So maybe that's the plan.
Yeah.
Put Az in and bring Charles in. 'Cause that's his first appearance since the injury.
And hopefully he'll get half an hour at the end, Charles.
Do you know, I'd play Matsky instead of Azaz.
I would, because Azaz has gone missing for the last few weeks, hasn't he? So, but hopefully, I'm not too disheartened with that team. That's got a bit of hope and a bit of entertainment, hopefully.
Yeah, with Cienza and Fellows in the side, I think it's going to should be good service to Stewart.
Yeah, and hopefully Stewart gets some goals, because that's what he needs as well. If he kicks on from Saturday's one and he gets a couple here today and then a hat-trick on Sunday.
So that leads me to ask you what you think. What is your prediction for today?
I'm going to say a Saints win, 2-0.
I'm going to say a Saints defeat, 3-0.
But they've got a couple of players out today. They've got their main...
That makes no difference, as you found out on Saturday. Makes no difference.
I know, but we've got to be optimistic today, and that team has given me a little bit of hope.
Well, thank you, Steve. I hope you're right.
Thank you.
So it's got a bit windy. We might be stuck in Southampton, but at least we'll be stuck in Southampton with Sam.
Yay! That's fun.
Right, have you seen the team?
No.
Have you not?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, how am I supposed to talk to you about the team then?
Well, I'm on Sky, so the reception's not that great, but...
it's not too bad, it's just I disagree with Finn Azaz being in the side.
Yeah, I think he's been shaky a couple of games, especially Hull of the weekend. Just went missing, didn't he, quite a bit. So definitely should be on the bench tonight, but...
Armstrong is on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a bit...
No, he's going to war.
Yeah, let's talk to him going this week. I think if the right offer comes in, I think it's the correct thing to do.
I mean, a good thing is that Shay Charles is back in the squad.
Yeah.
Matsky, I think, you were saying about Azaz, I would have put Matsky in because he's really in good form and he's a hard-working player, instead of Azaz.
Yeah, I mean, he works hard, presses up the field, which is nice to see. But yeah, he does fall over quite a bit, I find. He's a bit weak. He's got all the energy in the world, but he is weak at the same time. Yeah,
but he scores goals, doesn't he? He's a good in the air, and he's tenacious. What does Azaz do?
Well, when he's in form, he plays...
Yeah, we'll have to wait till February for that one.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon the score's going to be today, then?
I think if we go 1-0 down, we'll find it definitely hard to get some form of goal back. But yeah, I've got to say it. I'll say 2-1. Go 2-1 to the Saints.
Lad, yeah, that's something else. I love you say if we go 1-0 down. I think it might be a when.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
We can still win 2-1 though.
We still can. It's just the confidence we got. Yeah.
I love your optimism, Sam. Okay, we're going to go into lecture now. We're going to be with Ellie because I want to know what Ellie thinks about whether this could be Tonda Eckert's last game as manager if we lose today.
I think I've seen lots of different opinions. Some people saying yes. I'm more inclined to say yes, but a lot of people saying no. We need to keep him in for the Pompey game.
That's what I'm worried about. It's the Pompey game. If we lose today, you know it's going to be a similar story against Pompey.
Yeah, I really hope not. It's just not. It's not good at the minute, is it? But maybe you get that bounce back potentially of sacking a manager. But it's just too close to the Pompey game, really. But I think if it wasn't the Pompey game on Sunday and Saints lost tonight, I think that would be his last game in charge, and it may be. But yeah, I think it's really tricky to say with that Pompey game. It's too big of a game to really. I don't know, Adam. I don't know the answer to you. Honestly, I really don't. It's so hard.
The problem is that if they get rid of him, they'll only bring someone else, not some other puppet in, won't they?
Yeah, we need, as Chris was saying to me a minute ago, we really need someone with that big personality that can get these players in this dressing room, to respect them and really go for it. Because I think we haven't had that really in Will Steele and in Tonda and even before that as well. So I think we do need that big personality. And actually, there was something someone said to me earlier was Ange potentially, whether he'd come here or not, I don't know. But someone like that, I'd really.
Well, he probably would come here. Well, I just got my thing there. He fell off. He probably would come here, but. They wouldn't get him.
It's so hard. But I think he is the type of manager that we do really
Absolutely. There's so many named managers that are out of work at the moment that could do a job with us. They just don't want any of them.
Because you can just see it happening with Saints again, that they make the same mistake again. You've gone and got Will Steele, who I know did really, really well in his previous job, and so he came here. It was a bit of a gamble, no championship experience, etc., and it didn't work out. And the exact same problem has been made with Tonda. We've given him the job too early, and I know a lot of the fans were saying, "Give him the job, give him the job." And I was one of them as well. But in reality, it was too soon, wasn't it? He's got no real managerial experience in this league, or at a level, and he's just not experienced enough to get this team out of the position they're in at the minute, because it's bad. It's really bad. We're saying
he's okay when the going's good, but when the going's bad, he doesn't know how to react to it.
Exactly. When it's going well, it's everyone's happy days, everyone's laughing, isn't it? But how do we get out of this period that we're in at the minute? I mean, we can't be pushing for promotion spots and be going to, losing at Oxford, losing at these teams that are in relegation battles. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And we're closer to the relegation zone now than we are. And
but win today would change that.
Yeah, things are so close, and that's obviously the good thing about it, is that everything is so close still. But I don't see us getting near it, staying in it, and being successful in those playoffs if it happens the way we're playing now. Something massively needs to change, and Adam Armstrong, if he does leave, it's not going to help that, is it?
He's going. So what do you think the score's going to be today?
I'm going to go. I actually feel more confident than I did on Saturday. On Saturday, I was really, really worried, and I'll probably look back at this later and think, what was I thinking? But I'm going to go. We've got 4 at the back. We've got Ross Stewart at the top. If we can get Leo and Fellows getting those crosses into the box with Ross Stewart, then I think we can win.
The swirly win might help us today, hopefully.
Let's go 3-1. I'm just going to be confident.
Okay, it's Chris, and me and Chris are on the same wavelength in regards to how we feel about the things that are going on at the club at the moment. But have you seen the lineup today?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's a bit more positive from Saturday. It looks like he's gone 4 at the back, which is great, with a couple of wingers, with Ross Stewart up front.
Are you sure it's 4 at the back?
It could be 6 at the back. I mean, we just don't know the answer to these questions, do we? I mean, as a curveball, we might be going 6 at the back, but it looks like it's 4 at the back.
So I would have preferred to have Matsky and the Nazaz at the moment on form.
I would prefer to just have 2 up front, Armstrong and Stewart, and there's a lot of transfer speculation around Armstrong at the moment. We just got to hope that Stewart is warm and ready, because it's he's
obviously hungry by the fact that he got that goal last week, and last time he appeared he scored. So
yeah. Well, let's hope he is, but let's hope that the cold damp weather doesn't affect his muscles too much. So
he's got Scottish blood, he should be fine.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Yeah. The Loch Ness Drogba isn't quite performing. He's hiding a little bit like Nessie rather than scoring like Didier. So
that's it. Yeah. Well, what do you think it's going to be today then?
Anything bar a defeat is all we can hope for.
I like that. I like hoping for, because that's what we should all be hoping for. I hate predictions. I was hoping Roger was going to be today, because he really cocked up last time.
Well, yeah. We have to go into Sunday with a little bit of momentum, and although we shouldn't be focusing on Sunday tonight, if we don't get anything tonight and we go down there off the back of 2 home defeats, and if we go 1-0 down tonight, it will get very toxic very quickly. So we've just got to hope that. At the moment, I would take a 0-0 or a 1-0 deflected win. Would do me tonight. Just anything that can build momentum.
I just hope I come out the ground surprised, in a positive way.
I think these defeats would be a little bit easier to stomach if you could come out the ground saying, my God, they threw the kitchen sink at them for the last half an hour. But you come out of the ground not only deflated because we've whimpered to a defeat. I mean, it's just, there's no. When I played football, if you were losing, you'd run your balls off to try and get something out of the game, and our lot seemed very resigned to just not doing that. So
a lot of backstage politics we're unaware of, and we should be aware of. But
I think we should do, yeah. But it's a business that we contribute to at the end of the day, and I think Charlie summed it up brilliantly on Saturday when he said the off the pitch strategy is brilliant, the on the pitch strategy that Sport Republic got isn't quite so good, and I think that is absolutely spot on, to be honest. Sport Republic need to do something now with their recruitment and who runs the recruitment. We need a
we know
director
who
of
shouldn't
football.
run it.
Yeah. We need a director of football, someone that can bring names in and maybe help out the management side, because we saw when Jason Wilcox went and Russell Martin had the recruitment to himself, the calibre of player he was bringing in. See that, Tommy? So, you know, I think we're on a knife edge again. You know, for the 8th time this season, we're on a knife edge. You know, for the 20th time in the last 3 seasons, we're again sat on this knife edge. And it's time that Sport Republic sort of looked at themselves and thought, do you know what? Actually, we're getting it wrong on the pitch.
I don't think they will. I think only if Dragon came along to a match and saw what was going on, I think that might change things. But I think they've just been given free rein and it's all gone pants.
Perhaps that's what it needs. Perhaps Dragon does need to come, and perhaps we need to stop this multi-club, because we seem to be concentrating more on Göztepe and all the other clubs that they've got. I mean, you've got a massive fan base here, you know, and they are harnessing it with places like the Dell and the fan zones and things like that. It's great, and it's all bringing money into the club. However, it needs to be this good, but on the pitch as well, really.
Thanks, Chris.
You're very welcome, mate. Anytime.
I'm not sitting in the seat I bought because Steve found a big load of room for me. Here in the corner, I'm going to try. There's Steve. Look, we are friends, it's just I need some room because I've got a big coat. It was the first major chance of the match. It was some very scrappy defending in our own penalty area. It's resulted eventually in a Sheffield United corner, but that didn't look very good, to be fair. Yeah, a good save by Peretz, and then the ball went up the field, and Tom Fellows was chasing after it, but to no avail. The ball's obviously it's very wet tonight, so the ball's skipping off the surface and gathering pace very quickly. Guess who has scored? Saints 1-0 up. That's not what we expected, but Cienza was told to shoot. He did. He scored. Come on, Saints! After watching the replay, it was a deflection from Leo.
1-0 deflected win.
But it doesn't matter. He was on target. It deflected, and we got a bit of luck there. I think a bit of luck we deserved, to be fair. It looked like a pretty good free kick actually, but maybe slightly overhit. Missed the tallest man on the pitch. Free header. Saints have to absorb a little bit of pressure here on 17, nearly 18 minutes. Yes, Peretz did a good punch away, but the pressure hasn't alleviated as yet, but so far so good. Something we're not very good at normally, defending. We'll see how this goes. The pressure came to an end with a good clearance by Jack Stevens, who put an end to the faffing, and then Saints have a free kick. Instead of passing it forward, pass it back across the edge of the penalty area, Russell Martin style. I'm surprised Harwood Bellis isn't in there. That's a terrific header by Ross Stewart. That's obviously defected wide because there's another corner to us. Well, a player went down in the area. Looked like a penalty. May not have been. VAR. Another absolute scuff of a shot from Azaz. He should have scored. Should be 2-0. Never mind. It appears that there must be a new rule in the game that if Leo Cienza gets fouled, it doesn't count for anything. Another chance for Fellows, who obviously haven't scored yet, so it'd be nice if you could actually get the ball in there somehow. Faffing at the back, started by Jack Stevens, who put a horrible ball back to Perrotts, who tried to clear it, but Sheffield United nearly made something out of it, but fortunately not. Well, it was a really good ball into the box, quite a dangerous one, but unfortunately didn't result in anything for us. Another amazing chance for Saints to go 2 up there, and it just didn't fall for us in the end. There's a run down the left-hand side, the Sheffield United defender slipped and Cienza was clear away, and it just didn't fall for us. Get in the box for him! Another little move, good little combination between Cienza and Wellington. Nearly set Stewart up for a chance with his foot, but it was deflected away. Oh, another chance for Finazaz. He leant back, blood rushed to his head, and it went over the bar. But it's half-time here at St Mary's, and it's Southampton 1, Sheffield United. Now, it's not been too bad, actually. I'm going to ask Steve what he thinks.
Yeah, a lot better, a lot more positives going forward. Need to tighten up in the midfield and close down quicker, but on the whole, a lot of better 45 minutes.
A couple of chances for Saints 5 minutes into the second half. One was Yanda running through. He maybe should have had a shot himself, but he tried to play Stewart in. Didn't quite see who had that last one.
I think it was Fellows.
Yeah, apparently Fellows maybe for the one just afterwards. So still playing well at the moment. Yes, Sheffield United came very close to getting an equaliser there. Too close for my liking.
And a change for the Saints. Let's hear it for number 11, Ross Stewart.
So Ross Stewart's coming off, and I think Adam Armstrong's coming on.
Ross Stewart away from number 9, Adam Armstrong.
Hey! Favourite player.
So Sheffield United are bringing on the big guns now. Patrick Bamford's coming on. Slightly worried. So, as Steve predicted, Adam Armstrong is on for Ross Stewart on 60 minutes exactly.
How long do you give Stewart? Because you're wanting him to play on Sunday against our friends down the road, and therefore we've got to wrap him up in a bit of cotton wool. So, what, 60 minutes?
So, hopefully that little tumble he had earlier on in the second half isn't going to stop him from playing against Portsmouth on Sunday. Perrotts just got a very firm back pass, which he didn't deal with very well. He sort of tried to control the side of his foot and knocked it straight to the forward. but forward missed it. And as I was talking, Tom Fellows had a run in on goal and smashed it with his left foot right into the northern stand. Saints had a great move down the right-hand side. Finn Azaz was heavily involved. It went out to Armstrong. Armstrong crashed the ball over to Cienzo, who met it full force with the header. Great save by the goalkeeper. The move continued, but unfortunately ended up going over the bar. But it was a great move by Saints. So still playing really well, to be fair. Very professionally. If we carry on like this to the end of the match, you never know, we might actually get 3 points out of this game. But Sheffield United are still in the game. On 72 minutes, a break for an injury on a Sheffield United player. But Saints are playing quite well. It's a speculation over if Tonda will make more substitutions, because I'm pretty he's itching to get Shea Charles on, but I would keep it exactly as it is, as all the Saints players are playing quite well at the moment. I just feel bringing a sub on will upset the pattern of play and the unity the team seems to have at the moment. So obviously Sheffield United wants some minutes added on at the end, and the player's gone down for a couple of minutes. Oh, he's about to come on. He's taking his undergarments on. Both Robinson and Charles coming on. As soon as I said that, Charles and Robinson had stripped off their under tracksuits. They're just about to come on. Ryan Manning's been set out to warm up. So now we get into that last 15 minutes plus injury time. I'm going to be very worried about. Really didn't like the way we dealt with that corner, but fortunately didn't come to anything. And Peretz has injured something in the process, but it seems to be okay. Well, Cienzo was taken off, I suspect, because he was carrying a booking, so he's off. Azaz straight swap for Charles, but Saints are going through it. And for some reason, unbeknownst to everybody but Tom Dereckert, Ryan Manning had to play some minutes in this game. But fingers crossed, there's 11 minutes plus injury time left in this game. I forgot to mention that Danny Ings has come on for Sheffield United. Right, we're 2 minutes into 6 minutes of added time, probably 7 now, because Nathan Wood has just come off on for Yella. There's been a couple of moments in which Sheffield United could have scored from. One was ended by a great challenge by Ryan Manning, who's actually come on and playing quite well. So let's keep this going, lads. So with that, those substitutions, Tonda's resorted to his back five. He couldn't really resist it, could he? Charles has just got booked for a foul in the centre circle, and it's another set piece for Sheffield United to potentially score from. Yes, this is only the last few minutes of the game that Saints have actually started to look a little bit uncomfortable. Sheffield United are getting some chances, but still another very long 1 or 2 minutes left. Yes, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits to finally get a chance to report on a very good 1-0 win and a generally very good performance by Saints today. All round, everybody pulled their weight, everybody had a good game, and just in time really. If we carry this through till Sunday, we might not be as bad as I was predicting, but you never know with this team. You judge your team on its most recent performances, and most of us are probably going to be thinking, where did that one come from? Don't think there's any evidence to support that was going to happen. We played as a team, fought as a team, and I have to say, I haven't seen Jack Stevens put a performance in like that for a long time. Obviously it didn't hurt that we scored a fairly early goal, but they actually didn't give in, they didn't cave in until probably about a couple of minutes into added time, when things looked a little bit dodgy when Tonda resorted to the 5 at the back. But to a certain extent I don't really mind the 5 at the back at that stage of the game. But yes, very pleased with that. This is very unusual at the end of a football match, and Chris is already laughing before we actually started the comments.
I'm only laughing at you.
Should we see a wiggly line with it? Wow. I'm excited. What were you saying before the game?
I think I said, just because you need to cut back to it when you put your video together, I said I'll take a 1-0 deflected goal. 1-0 deflected win. Would do me tonight.
Spot on.
Wow, you know.
And if you said that, I shall do a special edit on it that makes it sound like it's come from heaven.
Thank you very much. I want a halo and everything.
I've got one of them on my bank of graphics. You okay? So how do you feel about that the game? I know how I felt, but I might have just been on a sort of cloud line for most of the match.
It's what we needed. We absolutely needed that today. We just needed a little bit of positivity back amongst the fans, and I think we were a little bit better with the 4 at the back. I think we were quite lucky we didn't play a decent side, because at the end of the game Sheffield United were getting through us quite easy. But look, we needed that, and I'm always pleased when we win.
I think when you say they were getting through us quite easy, that's when you changed back to the 5 at the back, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a hot knife through butter, wasn't it, really? But yeah, look, it's a good result. It gets us a little bit up the table, not much. So hopefully we can go down there with a bit of confidence now.
Well, I think winning a game before you go and play them is a lot better than continuing a losing run and going to play them. So at least we've got, I mean, to look at the lads themselves, I mean, the only player I felt wasn't quite up to it was Yellett. I think everybody else is playing above and beyond their normal capabilities.
Yeah, and that's good to see. I mean, whether or not they're trying to get a place for Sunday or not, but it was good. I think he did the right thing by resting a few players tonight. I'd still make a couple of changes. Personally, I think Azaz and Downs are very ordinary at the moment.
I thought Azaz played quite well today, but it was inevitable he was going to come off with Charles on the bench.
Yeah, good to see Charles back. That gives us another little bit of depth as well, I think, and depth is what we've been lacking. So hopefully now they can just kick on and go down there, and we can't lose down there on Sunday. We need to come away there with something on Sunday.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Come on, you Reds.
Yeah, let's hope so, mate. Let's really hope so.
So thanks to Martin, we've got the earlier ferry back, which means I can do a bit of editing, have a can of Stella and a snack before having my bath and going to bed. me and Martin at a disagreement, because I really enjoyed the match and felt that we played really, really well, apart from a moment during the match where Bamford nearly scored, and I was quite cherishing some of the individual performances, apart from Yellett, that seemed to be the only one that felt short a little bit for me. And to a certain extent, I thoroughly enjoyed the game, so I felt we were trying to create chances, which is something we haven't done for about 7 games. But Martin disagrees.
I thought we were a bit more direct tonight. We needed to be, certainly with the fact that he's gone with a flat 4, which everyone's called for a while now. We look more comfortable with it. Jack Stevens coming, actually thought he had a good game.
He did.
He was a good platform for us to build off. Him and Harwood Bellis, they looked really steady. They didn't really get tested in the first half at all. I didn't really think that Sheffield United had a go at us at all. I said on my reaction video, I thought Sheffield United were really poor tonight. I was surprised at how poor they were, and they didn't really come alive until Patrick Bamford and Gus Hamer come on. They're both very good players. But I thought Saints were good in the sort of opening stages to get that early goal. Cienza playing a bit wider now, hugging the touchline, which is what he needs to do, with the ability to then come inside on his right foot. It was a really good. He took the goal well, a wicked deflection, and I thought, do you know what, Saints go and build on that and get a couple more, and we couldn't quite carve them open. Again, there were chances. Fellows, he just doesn't ever seem to be able to hit the target. He was always skying it, and he's always end up in row Z. You know, Leo has another good chance. The goalkeeper makes a good save. Zaz is just bang out of form at the moment. I'm surprised.
I felt he played all right today compared to some of his more recent. He played all right.
A big chance. He's kind of if the goal was 6 foot wider, he would have had 6 goals in the last 2 games. Just doesn't seem to be able to hit the target. He will come good again. But it was nice to see Ross Stewart start tonight. I thought he was really good, real positive for Eckert, and I think he gives him a little bit of a headache going into the game at the weekend. Because,
I would hope he starts against Portsmouth.
Yeah, I think he'd be knocking on the door. I wonder if he'd play him and Armstrong together. I think that could be a really good option.
He's going to play 5 across the back away from home, I mean.
Be interesting to see what he does. I think he's got a headache now. I thought Wellington coming in and played all right tonight at left back. I thought he was good. Him and Cienza link up well, the 2 Brazilians in the side. They were a really good combination. And Yella at right back, he's just short, maybe not quite as physical as. Yeah, he's just not a physical right back. James Bree didn't make the bench tonight.
I was disappointed about that, to be fair.
I thought he might have made the bench, Breezy, so you wouldn't think he'd be involved in a derby. Big positive, Che Charles is back. Come on, got booked, but a big positive, another option for us that we desperately need. Substitutes are good tonight. I thought when the substitutes come on, and Manning's come on, he took a bit of criticism, got booed when he come on by the Northern.
Didn't affect him because he played really well, made a couple of crucial challenges.
And we needed him late on because Sheffield United, they had a bit of a go late on, struggled to get a really good chance other than the Bamford chance. Daniel Peretz makes a good save. And at times tonight I was questioning him a little bit. I was worried about him. Yeah, he flaps a bit, punches a lot, doesn't catch a lot. He's punching a lot. And
there was one moment where he didn't come and collect the ball, and there was I think Harwood Bellis had to scoop it away, and then when he really could have come and collected the ball off him.
Yeah, his distribution's not great. I'm not convinced he'd be a massive upgrade on Bazunu, to be quite honest, from what I've seen. I think he looks all right. He makes in every save he makes. Oh, Baz wouldn't have made that. Stop with that nonsense. I keep reading it on X. It's bullshit.
Well, not now, because apparently Bazunu is injured.
Bazunu is injured. Yeah, Bazunu's picked up an injury. Unfortunately for him. His opportunity to go and push for the playoffs. He said he had a bit of a swipe when he was interviewed in his first interview with the press team at Stoke City. It's good to get a point on the board, 3 points on the board. We needed to get something out of the game tonight, whether that was a point or 3. We had to get a result tonight, and that sets us up nicely for the weekend against Portsmouth.
It certainly sets us up better than it would have done if we'd lost today. But do you feel it was more of Sheffield United and Sheffield United playing badly than us playing well today then?
Yeah, I think it was a combination of the two. Hull City were a far better side when we saw them at the weekend. I thought they were a far better side. I've seen a lot better sides than Sheffield United. You can see exactly why they are where they are. They're just. I thought the midfield, Saints were quite dominant in midfield. I thought Yander and Downs had a lot more freedom to play tonight, especially Yander. He looked had a bit more of a spring in his steps tonight, because I think he's looked quite tired in the last couple of games. But I thought he's back at his best tonight. Portsmouth they drew tonight with Watford. They were 1-0 up tonight, so decent result for them away from home. Yeah, they'd be happy with that. It's a good result for them to go there and get a result where they'd be well.
I don't think Pompey will go down. They've got two games in hand. I think they got the spirit to stay up.
Yeah, they'll stay up. I think they will stay up. It'd be a good game though the weekend. And when you look at the season, it's petering out quite quickly. If we're not going to get the playoffs now. Well, we're 7 points from it now, so it looks a little bit closer than it did. But we'd have to go on a hell of a run to really be a real serious contender for it. And if we're going to be a contender for playoffs, we'd have to go there and win the weekend and be really convincing. But it's like a cup final, isn't it? Really, a derby. Kind of a part of me wishes I was going down there for it, but
the part that doesn't get bruised easily.
Yeah, that is a point. I think it will be one of those atmospheres. It just will be all bubbled, and there'll be a lot of hassle and faff to get there and back. But part of me kind of wishes I was there. But
me too, because I wouldn't be at work on the self checkout trying to listen to the match on my hearing aids.
Yeah, you have a bit of Adam Blackmore and Joe Tessam on the radio, which they're always a superb value. I listened to them during the game today, and they were enjoyable to listen to.
I forgot again.
Yeah, no, it's always a good way to enjoy your football live is by watching.
Tuning into the Saints Adam channel.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just pleased we got a win.
Yeah, me too.
And we can go back.
Unsurprised.
Yeah, first one since
West Brom.
First clean sheet. I think controversial. Chris said it, and I'm not sure if this is 100% correct, but first clean sheet in the league since the Pompey game at St Mary's. It is. Hopefully that's going to be if we get a point out of the Pompey game, I can live with that. Yeah, I think for the Pompey game, I want us to go there and win. Nothing bar a win would make me happier. If you said to me, I'd take a draw now, like a draw for me, like I'm just not bothered by a draw. I don't want to lose, but I want us to go there and win. But Cienza could make himself like he's a hero already. He's a cult hero. He will go there and he will do something special. And it's one of those games, isn't it? You just got to hope that we're bang at it. And if we're bang at it and everyone's on the same page, we'll have a hell of a chance.
It's a shame we're seeing Danny Ings running up and down the line. We can't borrow him for next week.
Yeah, Ingsy, he's losing a bit. He's losing a bit of hair. I don't think his hair transplants work too well.
He might score a few goals against Pompey.
I'm surprised at the reaction by the Saints fans. Yeah, Chris says it's piss poor. That is.
It's just
really poor. It's brilliant for us. Scored a lot of goals, and if someone was prepared to double your wages, it's always hard not to turn that down.
Especially when you're late in your career.
Yeah, and he had a brilliant time with us. Scored a lot of goals, and it was a big part. That last game down at Fran, he scored the 2 goals, and we all cheering him and jumping up, and he was that picture of him knee sliding in the front of the Milton down there. It's like iconic. Yeah. And then when they're there tonight booing him, I was like, I didn't like it, but that's my opinion.
I didn't boo him.
Nor did I.
So I nearly came a properly. Nearly stacked it coming off the ramp. An unexpected triumph for Saints, and probably a better one, the last one I witnessed, which was the 3-2 home victory to West Bromwich Albion. I'm quite pleased coming home victorious that day, but I didn't expect us to have such a big gap between that particular win and this one. But we can go into the Portsmouth game still expecting defeat, but not completely at the bottom of our mood of despair to a certain extent. So I'm hoping the players can take something out of that performance and turn it into something positive at Fratton Park on Sunday, while I serve people at my job at Marks and Spencer, and hopefully be able to keep tuned into the match while it's on the radio. But yeah, can't say I'm not pleased, and not greatly relieved either. That's it. Southampton 1, Sheffield United 0. Woohoo! Come on, you Reds.